Thank you. Hello guys and welcome back. We are Courts and Meeks, and if you're new here, we are currently on a huge European adventure, driving all the way from the UK to Turkey and then back again.
And this week we are going to reveal to you all of the costs that we've incurred in this first month of our epic travels.
Right, so we have driven around 1,700 miles down through the Champagne region in France, into Bavaria in Germany, down through the Stubaital in Austria, all the way down through Italy.
And we recently caught a ferry from Brindisi over to Igoumenitsa in one of our later videos.
Oh dear. Oh, I love these chairs.
Yeah, they're so efficient.
Oops, sorry.
So, costs.
We personally split our monthly budget into like 10 different categories.
And first on our quite long list is diesel.
Obviously, diesel is one of the biggest expenses in van life, and for us doing, as we said, 1,700 miles to get to Greece, we obviously went over our normal budget.
Quite a bit over.
Quite a bit over. It was expected. We knew that we were going to be doing a lot of miles up front on this trip. So it's all good. We normally budget around 200 to 250 euros per month for diesel. And we actually spent 625 euros 48 cents.
Just nearly 3 times as much.
Yeah. But as I say, to be expected.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's all good. It's all good.
Next on the list, tolls.
Now I think this is a bit of like a contentious one, because some people completely don't use tolls. Like, we know people on either side of the fence. We're definitely a big fan of toll roads.
No, like, if we're not in a rush, then yeah, we'll avoid them. But like, for us, it was getting south as quick as we could to get some lush weather. We'll have to sit in the shade in November. Yeah. This is amazing.
Yeah. Exactly. Normally we would kind of mosey around. Now that we're here, for example, we don't use the toll roads and we just kind of go through and see the beautiful villages. But to get down here as quickly as possible, like Meeks said, we ended up spending 118 euros 35 on toll roads. And I actually think, if I remember correctly, that a big chunk of that is the French ones. So they're really quite expensive for the distance that you travel. In comparison to Italy, for example, which is really quite cheap for toll roads.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So that actually includes a very, very expensive bridge in Greece. So to get from kind of like the northern half down onto the southern half, you can either get a ferry or a bridge. It was like just over 20 euros just to go across the bridge. So
nice bridge though.
Yeah, it was beautiful and quick. So, you know.
So number 3 on the list is ferries and tunnels.
We always opt to use the Eurotunnel just because it's super convenient, really cheap to get across to France, and that cost us 170 euros on like a Wednesday, really early in the morning we came across. And then the ferry from Brindisi to Igoumenitsa in Greece was 155 euros.
If you want to watch that, we'll put a link in the top corner here.
Ah, yeah. Nice plug.
Thank you. And that's not usually part of our budget, is it?
No.
But we knew we were going to have those costs this month. We won't have them in the future months. So it's just a one-off, really. So next, campsites and van parking.
We normally budget around 50 euros a month for campsites and parkings. We typically do a lot of off-grid and wild camping. We don't really use campsites that often, but in that first month we only spent 34 euros.
Yeah!
So we were under budget on that, which was really good.
It's not a theme, under budget.
Definitely not in this first month.
And actually that one includes 0 campsites, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's just parking for, mainly for like touristy things, isn't it?
Yeah, it was parking for like Pompeii and things like that, and then also we stayed at a motorhome air, which was basically just a car park.
Yeah.
There was a water tap and that was it, so yeah, it was pretty expensive for what it was.
Yeah.
And then we've got food shopping, which we typically try to stay within like 400 euros a month, and we only spent 319.68, so another win. on the budget
Awesome.
scale. Yeah,
I
that's
think
pretty good.
that is because it's really cheap in Italy, wasn't it?
Probably. I think we came out with a full food shop,
yeah.
so maybe it was slightly reduced because of that. And yeah, food shopping is generally a bit cheaper in Europe, so happy days.
So next on the list is food and drink out, nights out. Oh yeah. And we spent a whopping, is it whopping?
No, I don't think so.
No, I
You
think-
can tell us in the comments if you think it's whopping, but
184 euros 20 pence.
I don't think that's that bad that's why we travel, isn't it? So that we can experience things, go out, have culture, meet
Have
people,
culture.
experience different culture.
I would like one culture, please.
Yeah, try the food, like all that kind of stuff. Drink
And-
the local wine.
Lots of that, yeah. And our usual budget for like fun is about 200 euros a month. So if you include our excursions, we're over budget, but only by about 20 quid because we spent 42 euros on 2 excursions.
So we did Pompeii, which was really good value actually.
Yeah,
like
it
for the 2 of us, I think it was like 20 euros or something. And then we went to Orvieto in Italy and went down like a really old medieval well.
St. Patrick's Well, which the Pope used to use to hide in.
Yeah, if you want to watch that video, we'll link that above as well. So yeah, we spent a little bit more on going out, food and drink and fun wise. So that kind of balances out with our food shopping where we underspent, which was pretty good.
So next on the list is laundry, which is an essential part of van life because, you know, we don't have a washer dryer in there.
Unfortunately, wouldn't that be
nice,
lush?
yeah.
But we only spent 12 euros, so we only did 1 load of washing and it was really cheap.
It makes us sound really dirty by doing 1 load of washing in a month.
Yeah, it does. But we use like a massive 18 kilogram machine, so it's like 3 times the size of a normal washer at home.
And then in November's cost as well, we've already done a little bit of washing because it's the start of
Absolutely.
November here. So
Yeah, we're not absolute skanks. We do wash our bedding, we wash our clothes, we do a bit of hand washing as well when we need to. So next on the list we've got LPG. So this is not typically a monthly cost for us because we only need to fill up the gas tank for our cooker every like 3 or 4 months probably.
yeah.
But we saw an LPG station, we didn't know how common they would be once we got to Greece and Turkey, so we filled it up and it was €7 34 pence.
Cents. And the lovely Greek chap did it for us.
Yes,
as well,
which is lovely
nice.
because we hate doing it.
Yeah. And we budget what, 20 euros every 4 months?
Yeah, something roughly like
it's
that.
negligible, I would say. That kind of like covers the main cost, but there are also
A couple of miscellaneous.
where we treat ourselves. Yes?
Yeah, a couple of indulgences. We'd been back in the UK for nearly a year and we were like ready to have some fun.
So we got a little bit excited, didn't we?
Yeah. It's become a bit of a tradition when we drive down through Austria to Italy. When we did it last year and this year, we stopped at the same clothing outlet store in Brenner, in the Brenner Pass. It's brilliant. If you go down that way, you should definitely check it out.
Yeah, so it's like obviously a designer outlet and it has knockoff prices on things. So I needed a new winter jacket.
Obviously, because it's so cold here.
But I will use it in probably January, February. And I spent 187 euros
On a
it.
new coat.
But it is orange,
Yes.
so
Therefore, the cost is...
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. We also went a little bit wild when we were in the Champagne region with our friends from Wandering Nancy and Marley Mish. We all went to a vineyard and stayed overnight and did some champagne tasting and all bought a little bit too much champagne.
Yeah, we bought 6 bottles, which cost us 118 euros.
Yes.
I mean, great value for champagne.
Yeah, really good value.
We have 2 left.
We've done well
Yeah.
in a month.
But that's obviously not budgeted for. Like, who would we be to have a
Yes.
champagne budget every month?
Absolutely. Oh, I wish we did. I wish we did. Yeah, so that was an extra like 300 euros we didn't plan to spend, but hey, it just came out of our little savings pot and it was fine. All good.
Okay.
So in total, that comes to 1,968 euros 5 cents. for our first month, which sounds a lot of money, but for the miles that we did, I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's not, and we budget just over $1,000 a month.
Yes, roughly.
So we did go massively over, but we wouldn't have been in Greece if we hadn't. So I think it's worth it. We have the budget to do so in terms of savings and stuff. So
absolutely, and we have to bear in mind that like 300 and odd of that was on tunnels and ferries, which isn't part of that normal 1,000 monthly budget. So you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. So just to round that off nicely, there's obviously no general living costs within that happen every month, like van Wi-Fi, phone contracts, insurance for our gadgets and things like that. That totals how much?
About 150 euros a month.
Okay, and that doesn't really change?
No, it's got like insurances, yeah, for gadgets. Did you say that?
Yes, I've said that.
I just zoned out for a second there. What he said.
Yeah. So we don't usually consider that as part of our living budget because it just happens no matter whether we live like kings or queens or live like tramps. So,
yeah, just direct debits, they're gone on the first of the month.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's too bad. You have to bear in mind that every single van life or travel or general person's budget for life is different. So ours is suitable for our income and our lifestyle, the way that we want to live. Other people might spend more, some people might spend less. It's just finding something that works for you.
What I think is important though, and I think this is a point that we want to make and keep making, is that it's just money at the end of the day. So like people have a bit of a fear of talking about money or like putting it out there. We really don't mind. I think like it's good so that people can see and estimate, okay, they can see our lifestyle from our videos that we make, and that's how much it's cost us this month. So people can then use that information to make better decisions about van life. So
yeah, we just want to be helpful and completely open. So if you have any other questions or you want us to make more videos about this kind of stuff, which we plan to, we've got other ideas, drop it in the comments and we're more than happy to share.
Yeah, we're going to tell you all about our income and outgoings and how we structure our account so that we're able to save and continue this lifestyle, and yeah, lots of other like financial based
resources and tips and just our experiences of living an alternative lifestyle. We also recently did a podcast with BBC Radio 4, so we'll put the link to that in the description below if you want to go and listen to it. It's like a 30-minute podcast about our transition from rented life to van life and how we feel like we've achieved some sort of financial freedom through doing that.
Yeah, there's some detail in that as well around how much we saved and stuff, so if you're nosy, go give it a listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
so we hope you enjoyed this. We hope it was helpful. If it was, let us know because we'd love to hear from you, and
we'll update you next month with how we get on.
Yeah.
Already, it's looking a lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper. We're doing much better this month.
Also, the weather's really nice, so a lot of our activities is sitting on the beach in the sun.
Just rubbing it in.
Just rub it right in it like that.
Right, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.